6'11". Everyone is making these KD inspired builds, and in today's video, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I made my own. Now, I want to preface this that I'm going to get to how I made this build, ladies and gentlemen, but just know this build that I have upgraded in this video right now is only a 74 to 75 overall. And I just wanted to show you what you can do on builds like this one. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on those post notifications. Now, I got two gameplays before we get into the actual making of the build, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, he got him a nice little fluke, but come on now. Come on now. Did you see what I was shooting, my shooting percentage at the very beginning of this video? If you missed it, ladies and gentlemen, just rewind. But look at what I'm doing. No, sir, you can't have it. And I'm going up against a 7-footer. No, you can't have it because I play defense. No, this is not your day. You didn't know when you loaded up this game that you was playing against Black Raiden, someone who can score on any and every single build. I ISO on any and every build that I touch, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And no, stop it, sir. You can't have it. No, this is not your game to win. No, sir. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know a lot of people are going to think, well, the builds are kind of slow. Listen, I'm going to explain all of that. I'm going to explain how you can speed boost on this build. It's going to be a really good video. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on those post notifications, and watch as I destroy these two individuals, these two poor souls who had no idea. Oh, don't jump. Don't jump, baby. Don't jump. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. You know, it's really unfair, the things that I do to people on this game. But you see, I'm Black Raiden, the ISO guy, man. So listen, you're just another victim of my many names on the list. And it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. You feel me? I say this with no malice in my heart. Some things just are what they are. And I know I missed that. It's okay. It's okay. Look at the score. It's 10-2. It's 10-2. Even if he scores, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter, because even though this build is nowhere near to be maxed out, okay, he gets that layup. But even though this build is nowhere near to be maxed out, I'm still dominating because I told you not to jump. See, when you jump, I have to punish you. I have to punish you. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you should never have allowed me to get this type of build in my hands, because I do things like this. Come on now, come on. Keep up, Mr. 7-footer. Please keep up. Oh man. Oh, are you giving up? Is this your sign of submission? I hope that it is, because come on now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what color was that? Say it with me. Green. What other color would it be? Get it out the bottom of the net. And you're not going to get off cold, sir, by shooting those type of shots. I get it. You made a 7-footer because, you know, maybe you have a teammate, maybe they wasn't on that night. Don't jump. I've already told you twice. Maybe your teammate wasn't on. Maybe you just wanted to get some games in. You had no idea who you were going to face. Now we can talk about shooting percentages and how I'm clearly 20% higher than this individual is, but some things just are what they are. Let's go into the next one. Who do we have? Is that Kevin Durant? Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony in this. Okay, let's do it. 2 6'11" builds going at it, but his 3-point percentage is poo cheese. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to teach you, Kevin. See, you're not KD in this video. You're Kevin. Kevin, I need you to guard me. Okay? Now, give me a game, Kevin. Come on, give me a game. Okay. Okay. I don't have my block upgraded all the way. That's fine. You can have that. You can have that, Kevin. That's totally fine. But you still got to guard this. You still got to guard me. You don't know which way I'm going to go. You got to guard me, Kevin. You got to guard me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. We are going to get into how to make this build, and I'm going to give you all of my animations, and I'm going to give you this lovely jump shot that I have for you. Now, I'm going to miss this one. You know, players mess up, but I guarantee you, I'm not going to miss again. I'm not going to miss again. I don't just out here just miss shots all willy-nilly. That's just not what I do. I promise you all, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you the sauce. Come on, Kevin. You can't guard me from way out there. I'm not over there. And you can have that, Mitty. That was a nice move. I give you credit where credit is due. I will give you credit. And it's a close game, as you can see. Ooh, nice jelly layup. But it's okay. Because in the long run, Kevin, you just don't have it. That was cute. That was cute. You tried it. You tried me. But some things just are what they are, Kevin. Learn to like it. Learn to live with it. They say diamonds are forever, and so is black. Raiden on my 6'11", my version, should I say, of the KD build. You need to throw your build away, sir. I give you that dunk. You can have that. You can have it. It doesn't matter because you're not leaving this game with a dub. Don't jump. I told you don't jump. Why did you jump a second time, Kevin? What is wrong with you, Kevin? You know, I get it. Everyone wants to make their version of a 6'11". I get it. It's totally fine. And I'm not hating on this version. Maybe in a different set of hands, you, Kevin Durant, would have been a good build. Maybe in my hands, you could have had a good build. But my version is just better. And I'm just a 74 to 75 overall. No, Kevin, that is not gonna work, Kevin. I told you that is not going to work. And you know what, Kevin? I'm just gonna get you up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into how to make this build. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get exactly into how I made this build. Now, I just want to say, use this as a template. If you don't like the way that certain attributes are upgraded, feel free to swap them around where you see fit. This build is good if you don't have cap breakers. If you have 3 cap breakers, 5 cap breakers, 10, 20, or the max 28, it really doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen, because this build is one of the best builds in the game, at least in my opinion. So I'm not going to waste too much of y'all's time. I'm going to go ahead and make the build, and I'm going to explain exactly why I put certain attributes where I put them. None of this matters, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, it doesn't matter whether you're right-handed, left-handed. The jersey number doesn't matter. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, here is the build. All right, so we're gonna go close shot 89. These are the badges that you're gonna get. Driving layup 85. Driving dunk 87. This is maxed, by the way, and you're going to get your pro contact dunks and all the park dunks that you're going to want, and the nice, you know, big man contact dunks and contact alley oops and all those good stuff like that. Standing dunk 80. Now, me personally, I don't think you need a very high standing dunk, but when I was upgrading this build, I had a whole bunch of leftover attributes, so I figured why not just put it on standing dunk. Post control 64. Now I went 64 because I don't live in the post. I'm not a post up player or a type of player, but you do get a nice little post up rating. And if you want to switch some of these things around for your post up score or your post scoring, you know, you can do that. It doesn't really matter. This is your build. You know, I'm just showing you how I made mine. 92 mid range. 87 3 ball. Now I personally put 4 cap breakers on there to get 91, but even if you don't have any cap breakers, ladies and gentlemen, 87 is a good enough rating. You're still going to get your limitless range on bronze, and honestly, unless you plugged or something like that, you don't really need a high 3-point ball just to hit threes consistently, at least in my opinion. Free throw 73. I understand that you don't really need a high free throw, but I had leftover attributes, so I just threw them on free throw. Pass accuracy is a 50. Now a lot of people are going to see that and they're going to click off the video and they're going to say, well, that's trash. I plan on putting cap breakers on this to get it up to a 72. So, you know, calm down. Ball handle maxed out at 75. Speed with ball maxed out at 68. Now, to the lame eye, you would think that this is kind of slow, but if you make a custom takeover like the way that I did and only add speed with ball onto it, once you hit level 3 takeover, you're going to be able to speed boost, and I promise you once you hit level 3, you get 75 speed with ball, and then once you hit level 5, you have like a 80 something speed with ball, and you can dribble as fast as like a 6'8" or a 6'9", you know, those other type of tall builds. Interior D, we maxing out at 88. Perimeter maxing out at 77. Steel 47. Now, I know a lot of people love steel. Me, I think it's overrated. So if you want to, you know, switch this out with your block, which I have an 88, you can do that. You know, I know a lot of you boys and girls love steel, so you know, switch this out if you want to. But me personally, I love block, so I'm going with an 88 block. O board 50. Once again, this build was mainly made for like 1s, 2s, and 3s, and somewhat on the 5s, you feel me? Now, if you want to switch these around with your O board and D board, or you want to substitute something else to get more O board or D board, feel free to do that, but this is just how I upgraded it. We're going to max out our speed at 79, max out our agility at 73, max out our strength at 80, and max out the vertical at 90. And let's see what it gives us. Shades of Chet, Scotty, and Dolph. A two-way, 3-level scorer. Now, that's a pretty common name, ladies and gentlemen, but if you got cap breakers, you know you'll be able to change the name and all that good stuff. And now let's get into exactly what my build looks like. And oh, did I mention that I only upgraded my build to like a 74, 75 overall? And I was doing all of that you saw at the beginning of this video? Oh, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is where I have the build upgraded so far. I'm only a 75 overall, and as you can see, even at a 75 overall, your boy was frying my competition left and right. Did KD dirty. This is my version of KD. And as you can see, man, I only got like a few cap breakers applied to my 3-point right here at a 91. Matter of fact, let me go into the cap breaker menu. Now, for some reason, ladies and gentlemen, I have already applied my build specialization cap breakers. I did it on my 3 to get to an 89 with these 2 cap breakers, but for some reason it's still saying that I have 2 cap breakers for my build specialization left. I don't really know how to explain it, but I guess it didn't count it for some strange reason, so I guess I would just use them for my mid-range to get to a 94. I also plan to add cap breakers to my pass accuracy. As you can see, you get a lot of cap breakers for your pass accuracy. So for those who didn't think that 50 was going to be enough, you can add cap breakers to this and you see what it gives you. You do the math, because I ain't doing it for you. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I plan to add 2 cap breakers to my block to make it a 90 block. And yeah, man, this build is amazing. Now, let me show you the badges. These are the only badges that I have, ladies and gentlemen, that I have upgraded so far. You know, nothing too serious, nothing too fancy. You know, I just freshly made this build. It's not even a week old yet. These are the badges that I'm running. As you can see, I'm doing all of this with little to no badges, little to no hot spots. Here is my custom takeover that I made, ladies and gentlemen, for the speed with ball. As you can see, once I hit level 3, I can speed boost, you feel me? And this is really all that I need. This is the only takeover that I need. My 3 ball is good. I can dunk, I can shoot, I can play defense. I'm fast enough because, you know, when you're going up against bigs, you know, you're really not gonna get fried like that. And even the people who are making like 6'6" power forwards for the speed, you can clamp them too. So it really doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. That's why 6'11s are some of the best builds that are in this game. You feel me? Now let me get into my animations. Ladies and gentlemen, here are my animations. Feel free to go through here and screenshot where you need to. Some of these animations under scoring moves probably will change as I upgrade the build more. You feel me? But, you know, these are okay for right now. Now, my playmaking moves are all going to stay permanent. These are all permanent. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm learning how to dribble on this taller build. And I'm starting to fry, boys and girls. I am starting to fry. You feel me? I love these animations. Now, don't get me wrong. Most of them are KD and, you know, a little bit of Giannis here and there with the Kobe Bryant triple threat style. But they get the job done. Here's my jump shot, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, Jonathan Isaac base. Now, don't get confused. The timing stability does say F, but I promise you this jump shot is butter. I promise you it's butter. It's one of the best big men jump shots that's out there. Jonathan Isaac base, LaMarcus Aldridge, and that boy Baluba, 50-50 blend. You feel me? Release speed, the fastest you can go, and the tick right when you get to release. And this is the jump shot, ladies and gentlemen. So, once again, my KD build is one of the best builds in the game. So, if you're new, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos on this build specifically, or any build in general that I've made in the past, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like button. And y'all be cool. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.